Shocker, I know, shocking. I was on a dating app. I'm getting ready for this, like feeling like I'm going on a first date. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. It's like been a ridiculously long time. I don't need to like go on about that forever. Long story short is I've gone through some stuff and also didn't have a computer that would like do the editing that I used to do. But I decided, screw it. It's like lockdown time. We're all in isolation, so why not make a video? And if you guys don't mind, it's on my iPhone. So, you know, I'm going back old school, like how I used to do my videos. I am so happy to make this video. I don't think that I haven't thought about you guys like a million times and gotten your messages and your comments like, we would love to see something from you again. And I just want you to know, like from the bottom of my heart, truly, that made me feel really good. And it's honestly the reason that I'm making a video now, even though it's like been quite a long time. First of all, I'm just gonna warn you, it's probably gonna be rambly. I'm just gonna like get you up to speed if you wanna know. And if you don't, now's the time to not watch the rest of this video, okay? I had a rough 2019, I'll just be honest. It wasn't like any one specific huge thing that happened, but I had a few things happen with my, I guess my social life. I had an assault type thing happen, very minor, like I didn't get hurt or anything out of it, but that I had another situation with an acquaintance that really shook me. And I don't really want to like go into specifics because I don't want to give a lot of power to those things, but I will say they did kind of steal my thunder for a little bit. And I felt like I withdrew from Facebook. I withdrew from Instagram, as you probably know if you follow me there. For both my personal account that I share with everybody and my VSG account, I really just like took a step back from all of those things because now I'm gonna get emotional already. I took a step back from those things because I just didn't like feeling vulnerable and I didn't want anyone to be able to use things against me. And I came into the presence of someone that I hadn't known before and met, and they really used some things against me that they pretended to be like someone that was trying to be my friend, and then turned around and used some things against me, and just is not a good quality person. So that happened. I like dated some. I flew somewhere to meet somebody that I met online, and I know that's probably not the safest sounding thing ever, but we talked a lot beforehand, and that was not a good experience either. I definitely left feeling like kind of used and I guess vulnerable again. But 2019 is over with. It is 2020. I have so many amazing things now that are going on. Let's see, where do I start? The first big thing that I get to share with you guys, if you notice, this background is different. I have a new house. I purchased a home in my town that we lived in, and it's wonderful, perfect for my kids and I. And I'm just like so thankful to God, thankful to God, thankful for all the support you guys have given me throughout the years about this. Thankful that my job like got to a point in my career where I could afford to do this, and you know, it's tight. Things are tight, but I have a roof over my head, which is especially fantastic during this weird time that we're dealing with. I am doing well at work. My career is going well, flourishing there. I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time. I feel like my opinions are valued and I'm heard. And I suggest if you're not in a career that you like or a career path that you like, then I'm not saying quit your job, but like start looking for things that you like. Start asserting yourself more. Come up with some good ideas. Share them with your upline. You know, that's basically where I got to where I am now, and it's incredible. And to have someone like value my opinions, and it's a man too. Career's going great, and then I met someone that I knew as a kid, and he and I connected on a dating app. Shocker, I know, shocking. I was on a dating app. But yeah, I met him for coffee one day, and we ended up talking for like 4 hours and just like reconnecting, and we haven't seen each other in like 30 years or something. It was really refreshing to like meet someone who was kind and just had he's just got a really peaceful spirit about him. It makes me feel very secure, makes me feel very comforted, I guess, secure and comforted, and I feel at peace when I'm around him. And so that's just like something that's been very, very good and very welcomed in my life right now. So fantastic stuff. The kids are doing fantastic. Am I saying fantastic a lot? Yeah. So I sound like somebody posting their like vacation photos on Facebook or something, but really the kids are doing great. Lily had a tonsillectomy in December, and we had 2 of the roughest weeks of our lives. Basically right after that, she had the roughest recovery, one of the roughest recoveries her surgeon's ever seen, and lost 10 pounds, was in the emergency room 3 times. Yeah, it was rough, but she's doing tons better, and hopefully we'll stay strep free and coronavirus free. So if we want to get on the subject of weight, which why wouldn't we want to get on the subject of weight? It's my favorite topic. I am up about, well, I'm down a little now, but I was up to about 30 pounds heavier than I was a year ago, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I've been watching myself creep up in weight, and I don't know if I have a reason. I mean, one of the biggest reasons is I'm really just I wasn't doing anything about my weight. I wasn't really paying attention, and I don't eat that unhealthy, but I think what it was more probably was quantity. And as you may or may not know, after you have surgery, weight loss surgery, your metabolism is kind of jacked up. I was in the bariatric keto group, and I purchased their ebook, The Bariatric Restart, and I started doing that. I kind of modified it a little bit to work with my own self. I'm sure they don't recommend that, but that's just what sometimes you gotta do. And I've already lost 4 pounds this week, and just doing that alone has already helped me mentally to want to just continue and, you know, get my ass in gear, excuse my French, and go on and like continue to be like low carb, because that's just what works for me. So I'm liking it so far. I mean, I think the advice is very nutritionally sound. I have a hard time sometimes with people's nutrition advice because like, I don't know if you've ever heard me say, at my surgeon's office, the dietitian like recommended American standard diet amount of carbs a day, and I was like, that is beyond correct to me. That is so incorrect. There's just certain things that you watch other people lose weight, and that is not how they're doing it. So and you can do that in a healthy way. Keto, low carb, I got out of it for a while because I did start feeling like deprived, and you know, I may go through that again, but yeah, I was up to the highest since my surgery, 211.2 pounds, and I am down to 207 as of this morning. So really, really happy about that. I needed that, and you know, I think it's another factor of not wanting to get back on YouTube and not make videos. I don't know that it was conscientious, because I know you guys want to know like really what's going on. And if you haven't watched me before, I was 7.5 years out, if that gives you an idea, and I have regained, well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I was up to 290 pounds, and right now I'm at 207. So I still consider myself a success, abso-freaking-lutely, but at one point I was down to 155 pounds. And it's funny because that fat girl brain, even at that weight, like looking back, I was thin. Like I looked like a thin human, and at the time I didn't feel like I felt good, and I knew I was like thinner than I'd ever really been in my adult life, but I didn't feel thin. I still felt like I could still go down, and I could have, but it's just funny, like perspective and like looking back. But so yeah, I want to lose weight. I still feel good in my body. I feel attractive. I have a man in my life who makes me feel very attractive. And what it really comes down to is, you know, the feeling of the fat on your body, when you can start to feel like rolls on your back or things like that, and it bothers you, like it might be time to readjust if you don't feel comfortable in your own body, which is kind of where I'm at right now. And I also love clothes, I love fashion, and I'm back into kind of like a plus size, I mean borderline like top of regular or plus, like I'm kind of in that weird phase, and that scares me. I was like thrilled to not shop in plus size. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it felt like a, you know, like a non-scale victory to not be in plus size anymore. I love myself. I'm embracing myself. You know, there's definitely days where I feel crappy about, you know, what I look like, or if I see a picture of myself, sometimes I will get down on myself, but like, I don't know. I just watched the Taylor Swift documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was good. She talked about not looking at paparazzi pictures anymore that she would see like coming out of her house. She would like look at them every day, and she said she basically ended up with an eating disorder over it, because she would always see something that she needed to work on, or she looked pregnant, or, you know, in her mind. And it's interesting to see someone like that who is thin, and I mean, personally, I would never think of Taylor Swift as having any sort of weight problem whatsoever. She still struggles with her weight and her image, and it's just, you know, unfortunately a huge problem in American society. So I am all about body positivity, but I'm also about like, let's do what is good for us. Let's each be individual humans, and as long as our bodies are healthy, work within that realm. And I feel like I'm not super healthy. Like my body internally is healthy, but like I notice I get more asthma now. I notice that, you know, I get more winded when I'm going up the stairs. I just like thought of something funny. So that guy that I went to see in Texas, we were out and about, like going and I don't know what we were doing, getting drinks somewhere, and then we went back to the car, and we were in a parking ramp, and we walked up like 3 flights of stairs, and he looked at me and he said, "You're winded." And I told one of my girlfriends that, and she like busts out laughing every time she thinks about. She'll like randomly call me and be like, "You're winded," because it's like the most dick thing to say. Sorry, pardon my French again. I don't know, it's just funny. So, but it made me think of that. So I do get more winded, and I wasn't even that winded. Like, get a life, dude, okay? Just because we all don't run like 8 miles a day like you do. Ugh. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me. I'm not gonna go on all night. I'm sure there's many more things that happened in this past year. I will very much be intentional about making another video. I love you guys so much. Comment below if you've tried the bariatric keto, or if you just like have a video idea or want to ask me a question or something like that. Maybe we could do a Q&A. I don't know. I don't even know like if you guys wanted to see this video. So give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe below if you haven't. And I'll keep making videos, and I feel bad for my absence. Don't forget to keep it real.